Hi Gemini, this is your mid-December forecast from Tarot to Recovery. It's just an additional reading on top of your December forecast to get you a little bit, a few more messages for Christmas and the New Year period, because I know it can be quite eventful for people. So I'm just doing a little additional reading on top of that. Also, I know it's a little bit late. It is now the 20th of December, but this reading will extend to New Year's Eve, so I've still got a good 11 days. So it's the last 11 days of the month for you, Gemini. So sorry it's a bit late, but you know what it's like with Christmas. So messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Month December 2017. The Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, interesting, Four of Cups in the positive position, Eight of Cups in the negative, and the Devil is the outcome, okay, and the Nine of Cups. So be careful, be careful what you wish for, Gemini, because you might just get it. So if there is something you've been hoping for or someone, they may make themselves available to you, but it may not be exactly as you expected, is what I'm getting the impression. I feel like there's big changes going under the rest of this month, Gemini. You're really reassessing things. I feel like you're feeling a little bit mischievous, which wouldn't be like you, Gemini, would it? There's a lot of, like, I feel like there's a great load of moving forward, Gemini, and it's almost like a lot of you, you've just had enough of the status quo and you just want to do something different. I feel like you kind of want to be badly behaved, is what I'm getting, Gemini. You just want to have fun. Do you know, it's amazing that there's two moving on cards here, and one's in the challenge position, so maybe you've had to move on when you didn't want to. And it's exactly what you were afraid of, and you're sort of rebelling against it. You're rejecting the norm, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do things my way. I'm sort of tired of going for what's not working for me. So if playing it safe has seemed to backfire on you, I feel like you're having a really rebellious moment. We could be dealing with an Aquarius person. We could be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio person, but I really feel like what is being offered to you it's not as impressive as you would have hoped, and I feel like you're really trying to spice things up a little bit, Gemini. You know, it's interesting, so I'm going to draw a few more cards, particularly because yours was a late reading, but I feel like this is an unusual one, and I want to see where it's going. But the Devil is the outcome really suggests, you know, one hell of a hangover if you're planning on partying this holiday season. I feel like there's going to be one or two nights in particular, Gemini, where you might really feel the effects. Additional clarifying messages for Gemini. Additional strength. Okay, we're possibly dealing with a Leo person. You know, strength has come up. I swear it's come up for most readings at some point in December. I don't know what it is about Leo people, but additional messages for Gemini. Additional messages for Gemini. Ace of Cups. Okay. Additional messages for Gemini. Additional messages for Gemini. High Priestess, Eight of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Wow, Gemini. So there's a bit of, albeit they're in different positions, but there's a little bit of crossover with Sagittarius as a reading. So maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius relationship where you've left them and you want them back, possibly, or you were maybe dealing with this is what's so interesting. You were maybe dealing with an addict or an addictive personality or a relationship that was so addictive. And I can really see you wanting to go back to that, Gemini. I feel like you want to go back to what you've already left. It's almost like there was full steam ahead, it's over, it's done, and now you're going back. So why? I feel like this is someone that didn't want a commitment. It could have been a Taurus person, someone that didn't want a commitment, someone that walked away from a commitment. Worst case scenario, this could have been someone being left at the altar, but I would hope that's not anyone's situation. But it's like 1 minute you're going for a fresh start, and the next minute you're looking back and you're just thinking, I want to go back, or I don't want to want them, but I do. I feel like it's just in your heart at the moment. You're thinking, I want this person, even though it wasn't the best relationship and it was very addictive. And I feel like they made a bit of a fool out of you. And for some of you, this can be your moon or rising. You don't have to be a Gemini, or this doesn't have to be about a Taurus or a Sagittarius, as I've said. But it really seems like you really want to go back to what wasn't working. And in another case scenario, you could be dealing with someone who is an ex, but they can't let you go. I feel like there's a really strange duality going on with a few of the readings. So Sagittarius was quite dual as well. There was this really negative relationship, and then they moved on and things were bright. And for you, it's like you were negative and then you were positive, and now you're going back to the negative. I'm going to get some additional messages, Gemini, because this is really odd. Maybe someone didn't want to get married. Maybe there was a failed engagement, a failed proposal, a marriage that ended. There could have been... I feel like someone walked out on somebody. Like literally walked out the door. You can see their back going. And I don't like that. I don't like people that just walk away from things with no explanation. Just Gemini. King of Pentacles. I feel like this could be a Taurus. This could be a Taurus. This could be a Leo. It could be one or the other. Three of Cups. There could have been a drinking addiction, a partying addiction, someone that went out all the time and never saw you. It could have been you going out all the time. I don't know, Gemini. Eight of Wands. Opportunity to travel. News coming in quickly. So you could be traveling. Knight of Pentacles in this position, it was definitely a commitophobe. I actually feel like it could have been a Taurus that wasn't quite there, a Gemini, or maybe it could be something as trivial as feeling rejected by a Taurus that likes to go out and socialise, or having a partner that wants to socialise all the time and maybe you feel a bit threatened. For some of you, not for all of you, there could have been a third party situation, because I've heard in many tarot books and things, the Queen of Wands can be a mistress card, and the Three of Cups here suggests that maybe that was a problem. Maybe for some of you, hopefully not, but maybe there was an infidelity in some people. This is why it's coming up for some people. A toxic third party relationship where they went out all the time and you didn't trust them, and it could be your past coming back to haunt you if you've been unfaithful. But it's a rocky one, Gemini. It's odd. I really feel like you're away from something and you're doing good, and then you go right back and it's the same scenario. This is quite similar to, I think it was Pisces. They'd been thinking about going back and then realised this person wasn't right for them. It could be a fire sign, because the Queen of Wands appears here for Gemini men. It could be that you have, if you have a third party situation yourself where you're, playing the field and hurting someone, really think about it, because it's unethical, it's unkind, it can cause a lot of devastation. If you're choosing between two people, I feel like you could have one really safe one that's good to you and kind to you, and then someone who's the wild card, an addictive personality. It's kind of like that situation between Bob Geldof, Polly Yates, and Michael Hutchins, where he was the wild bad boy and then she had Bob at home and she went for the bad boy, and it didn't end that well. Not saying that's going to happen here, but I feel like you're going for someone that's a wee bit like rock and roll. Someone that looks great and is great fun, but they're not stable. But I feel like you could have had someone stable in the picture too, or maybe you still do. Or it could be that you're the stable one and you're being messed around by someone who's a bit toxic and rock and roll. In which case, Gemini, all I can advise is get out of there, because this person is, they're really tough. You know, they're a tough nut to crack. And I mean tough in the sense of you can't get into that. If that way of life isn't for you, you can't change to fit that, because it's a very extreme energy. This person, I feel like they're all romantic one minute and gone the next, and they're exciting, and you want excitement, you want a party, and but at the same time, it's not a relationship that's built to last. Amazingly. Yet I feel like there is someone else in your life that is. I feel like there's someone in your life that is the ideal partner. When I look at the High Priestess, it generally comes up as the ideal partner. But it seems like you're gonna want to go for excitement, Gemini. So it could be a very fun Christmas in terms of partying and things. But it's just, no, it's not built to last with someone that's as crazy as this. I really see, if you're dating a well-known player or someone that's a wee bit destructive, just know that you're probably not the only person that is. And I really feel like there's somebody else's energy here that you might not be that pleased about. But I feel like there's actually quite a decent earth sign around. I feel like there's an earth sign that really wants to just be good to you. But I feel like you might reject the safe for the fun in the time being, Gemini. So this is your mid-December reading. So this is the energy up until the end of the year. I look forward to seeing how this plays out in your January readings, Gemini, because it looks like it's going to be a very crazy Christmas. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out your moon and rising sign, and a very happy new year and Merry Christmas from me. Bye bye.